wow. It was an experience and not one I'd really like to repeat. The storm was absolutely mental. The shaking of the van, the wind howling, the rain. I never really want to experience that again, but if it happens, it happens. The mothership is all in one piece, we think. We've had a look round, I can't see no damage. Was worried about the skirtings around the bottoms of the van and also the skylights, but you know what, no problems whatsoever, we don't think. So she held down, fair play to her. She protected us from the worst of the elements, from the storm.
It's Saturday morning, the weather is pretty much back to normal as it would be on a January. Quite blue skies. The sea, I'm sure you can see in our background, is the wild Atlantic way, so it's never going to be calm. All is good in the world. Time to move on to our next destination.
And we are hopefully heading now to a waterfall. So down from Pollen Bay, we're now headed up to Glenevin Waterfall, which is a lovely little walk after the weather that we've had thus far.
Glenevin Waterfall is located at the end of a 1 kilometre trail starting at Glen House near the village of Clonmany, Donegal. The beautiful waterfall cascades down 40 feet into a pool known as Pullanis, which means bathing place in Irish. An American named Doris Russo was looking to retire and wanted a property close to the sea and mountains. Whilst holidaying in Inshowin, she found Glen House and brought it in 1994. As well as carrying out extensive works to Glen House, Doris also set about developing the land leading to Glenevin Waterfall, making it accessible for families. She saw it as an opportunity to create a visitor attraction that would offer great tourist potential for the local area. The trail is dotted with fairy houses, bridges crossing the river, a cafe and picnic areas. Doris passed away in 2017, however her legacy lives on.
A lovely waterfall,
Yeah.
beautiful walk up as well, all tarmacs, with bridges etc, so easy access if you're less capable. It is uphill all the way, but
It's a gentle hill.
yeah, it's not a problem. And there's a donation at the bottom, donation box. We'll certainly be sticking a couple of quid in.
There's the little donation box to put your pennies in. Mamore Gap. Christ, this is steep.
Is it coming down on the other side?
No.
Right over there. That's nice and wide up.
A bit like the Applecross Pass all over again.
Mad monk. Mad monk.
Oh yeah. Mad monk up there. I say he's a mad monk, he might not be. And there is a bit of ice up here, babe, so do be careful. There is quite a bit of ice up here.
We won't contemplate snow on the road.
No.
That works out the level.
Oh Christ. Oh mate. Oh wow. Wow. We've got a hell of a gradient going down now. This is 30%. Oh, it don't help with the sheep going in the middle of the road. Just chilling. What amazing views. brake fluid level low.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Deciding that brakes are for wimps, we headed towards our next destination, Fort Dunree.
The first steps to build a fort at Dunree Point were taken in 1798 in response to the fears of invasion by France. It was one of a series of fortified structures built around Loch Swilly. The original fort was limited to the point on which the museum stands today and was approached, then as now, by a drawbridge.
In the 19th century, the top of the hill fort was developed to accommodate 6 new guns which had a range of 5 miles each. This meant that the whole of the northern end of Loch Swilly was now in range of the guns, and the hilltop provided an all-round view of the area.
And the good news is it's not raining, it's snowing. Right when we reach the top. Pretty sheltered at the moment though.
If you would like to see more of our full-time van life adventures, please do like and subscribe.
That needs some WD-40 on it, I think. Shame.
I'm sure he just can't see those signs right next to it. These are huge. Unfortunately, it's closed because the CEO suddenly died and it's not open till Monday, so we're seeing what we can without needing to go inside. Here comes it, getting battered by the winds. We have left Dunree Fort because the weather has become quite inclement and the wind was
Bitterly cold.
bitterly cold, and Spencer didn't take his gloves out. We know roughly around 5 o'clock is when it starts to get dark, so it's time to plot up for the evening.
Buncrana or somewhere?
Buncrana or something. It is this
There's
one?
a booking in it.
Buncrana. Buncrana. Well, that's where we're going to head for. We're going to see what's around there, look for parking, and then, yeah, take it from there. But we won't be doing anything else today because the weather has certainly taken a turn for the worst.
How long we been here now, babes, in this car park?
About 3 days.
3 days, 2 bloody nights.
Yeah.
Stranded.
Wind, rain.
Storm Hermina, to follow on from storm, the big storm we're going to call it, because it's got too many vowels in it. And then today, all day we've been working, or I say we, Lisa's been working, doing an audit, so we are literally stir crazy. We have been nowhere, so we're going for a little stroll before it gets dark, and this is where we're at, and we're going to tell you all about this just as soon as we read that notice board, and not before.
Well, we know that he was the person that wrote the words to the hymn Amazing Grace, but that's about it at the moment.
And that's known and loved all over the world. The hymn, The Amazing Grace, topped the charts 200 years after it was written and holds multiple world records.
His name was John Newton.
And he found a safe place in Loch Swilly after a violent storm in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, got a lot in common with him.
Well, actually, his also most significant contribution was the
Abolishment.
abolishment of the transatlantic slave trade.
Ah.
We walked around Buncrana, the correct pronunciation, Donegal's second most populated town, where we visited the now derelict mill along the river Owenkilla, before having a beer in the colourful high street, where we managed to find a computer shop who offered to look at my computer overnight, which was misbehaving. A big shout out to Porter's Computers for their prompt and excellent service.
Well, you have to change that now, babes.
I know.
Now I know it.
Now you know, yeah, I'm not worried about anybody else. Just doing
Barry not, you just give it to a stranger, you want to kick my head in if I ask.
With time to kill, we headed back to Dunree Fort.
Attention! Welcome to Fort Dunree. This is the museum building where you'll find out much more about the varied history of this special place. Go on in, and I'll keep watch for enemy invaders.
Literally see the rain coming across the sea there, which is a bugger. Should have gone up top of the fort first. Well, the weather was quite good, hopefully. It looks like a shower, although quite dark over there. Let's go in the searchlight, well at least it's dry.
Yeah, I can see it. This one's about one to go through the window. Now, or even this one. Laptop's ready.
Oh, cool.
We've just spent 3 nights in Buncrana. First night by choice. Second night, Storm Hermania decided to rear her ugly head. And yesterday, my computer decided to go down. Lucky for us, we found a little computer shop in Buncrana who is now repairing the computer.
Rather than kick our heels, doing nothing today, we've come back up to Fort Dunree, which we visited first of all Saturday when it was shut and it was blowing icy sleet and winds. So we come back up today, had a little look around, €8 to get inside the actual museum, well worth an hour, very interesting. We prefer that debris side of it, the old barracks, which we're sitting in today now. So we're having another look around here. I do say don't come in because it's a dangerous building, but hey, you've got to live a little, or should the building fall down, die a little.
Anyway, I have just received a message as well from the computer shop to tell me my computer's ready, and as long as they've done the job, that is a bloody good service. So we will be heading down to go and pick that up and continue on our way along the wild Atlantic coast.
Hooray!
So Spencer's out getting some drone shots. seeing what he can get before it starts raining again. Or whatever it was doing, possibly snow, sleet, I reckon. Yeah, so now it's time to get behind the driving seat again and disappear and go and pick up the laptop and then get some more LPG. We found a little garage which isn't too far away, to be fair, from Buncrana, so it's a good place to go and fill up before we also head back into the hills again, hopefully, if that's where we're headed. I know we're headed towards Letterkenny.